Wednesday. It is Wine Wednesday, and before I go and have some wine, I want to talk a little bit about a topic that has come up several times. One of our fitness clients, Kim, she's also a CMW alum. She did our 6-week program a couple years ago, and she's been doing our fitness classes ever since. She asked me a question today in the WhatsApp group for accountability, which we have, about BCAAs and L-Carnitine. And so I figured, I've gotten questions about this in the past. I especially got a few questions yesterday when I posted my energy drink video about L-Carnitine and BCAAs. So I want to go ahead and just teach you guys about these two supplements, okay? What they are, what their function is, and whether or not you need them. So I'm going to just give it to you real quickly, all right? So the first thing I want to talk about is L-Carnitine, because this is actually in one of the energy drinks I talked about yesterday in the Facebook group. And so I also want to share, if you guys have any more questions about energy drinks and why I particularly don't use them, I'm happy to do a live talk on that. So comment below if you'd like me to teach about energy drinks and why you should avoid them. But L-Carnitine, just so you guys know, it is something we do produce naturally in the body. Our livers and kidneys produce L-Carnitine. It is something that helps our body burn fat as energy, okay? And like I said, our body naturally produces it. So the average healthy person, let me make this very clear. The average healthy person does not need to supplement with L-Carnitine because we do get it in foods that we consume, and we also naturally produce it. So one of the best sources of L-Carnitine in a diet actually comes from animal products. So meat, fish, for example. So if we are vegetarian, for example, we're not consuming animal products, then yes, actually supplementing with L-Carnitine could be a good option for you. But obviously if we are eating meat, we're eating eggs, fish, as part of a regular diet, then you are getting enough L-Carnitine, so you might not need to supplement, because just like any other supplement, your body can only process so much L-Carnitine. Right? So any excessive L-Carnitine that you're consuming, you are going to pee out, essentially, okay? So if you are going to supplement with L-Carnitine, when is the best time to take it? The best time to take L-Carnitine is going to be before or right after a workout, right? Because that is when your body is going to need that energy for fuel. And so if you're taking L-Carnitine, it's going to actually use the fat as energy. Okay, so if you are taking it before or after a workout, is going to be best, but that's just like food in general, right? Like if you're taking carbohydrates, if you're taking in protein or anything else, your body is going to better utilize it, especially post-workout, honestly. So just like anything else you would consume. So again, I want to be very clear that I don't want you to feel like you have to take L-Carnitine. But it can't harm you by any means. But again, too much of it will not add any value to your life. I promise you that. Same thing goes for BCAAs. Let me talk about BCAAs real quickly. I get so many questions about the branched chain amino acids, all right? So amino acids are found in proteins, right? And as we know, protein is very important for muscle recovery. I actually had this conversation with someone yesterday about trying to understand about building muscle. And they're like, well, I know like protein's really, really important for building muscle. And I said, yes and no. I said protein's really important for muscle recovery, which is important for building muscle, but actually carbohydrates are even more important for building muscle mass and hypertrophy especially. So again, a good diet has both. Right? So if we're cutting carbohydrates a lot, that might impede your body's ability to build that lean muscle mass that you're looking for. So back to the amino acids though. BCAAs are a supplement that you can buy like in powder form or in a drink form, and they are known to help with recovery of the muscles. It's supposed to be, there are claims that it helps with hypertrophy. However, those claims are not valid. There is no substantial evidence that taking BCAAs alone will help you build muscle. BCAAs with a good quality diet with adequate protein will help you build muscle, but BCAAs alone are not a source of protein. Does that make sense? It's not a complete protein. So yes, can it help with muscle soreness? Absolutely. The BCAAs stand for branched chain amino acids. So we have leucine, isoleucine, and valine. Those are the three branched chain amino acids. So usually there's a ratio of each of the proteins you're consuming, or of the amino acids that you're consuming. And so one of the biggest things we have to understand, again, is that your body will automatically produce these amino acids. It's found in foods we consume. So you can totally get all the BCAAs from just a healthy diet in general and getting adequate protein sources. But again, your body can only produce so much protein. Metabolize so much protein. So let's say, for example, you go buy a BCAA and you buy one at GNC that's a 12 to 1 to 1 ratio, meaning like it's 12 grams of leucine, 1 gram isoleucine, 1 gram of valine, whatever, making these numbers up, but usually there's a ratio. Your body cannot consume 12 grams of leucine, for example, okay? So buying a higher dosage does not mean it's a better quality, right? And also too, if we are consuming too much protein, your body is going to excrete the supplement, number one. Number two, your body will end up storing protein as sugar, right? And we don't like storing sugar in the body because that translates to fat over time, right? And too much protein is also going to increase your sugar cravings. Right? Do you guys ever notice that all these like protein supplements in the market are all like cookies and cream and like Skittles and God knows what other flavors they have? So again, like too much protein is not a good thing. I want to show that very much, but I'm not saying proteins are bad. That's a whole other topic, I suppose. But branched-chain amino acids, again, they cannot harm you. I know sometimes they're great for just flavoring your water. One thing I will caution you though, is that a lot of these supplements, BCAAs, they do have lots of like artificial colors and sweeteners that are gut disruptors. They're not good for the body in general. So I would just make sure you're getting a really clean BCAA. I would avoid BCAAs with lots of like energy and supplements in them as well. Just because again, it's just, it's going to stress out your adrenals. It's going to make you jittery in some situations. So again, if you are going to supplement with a BCAA, I would make it a really good quality one. I would also, the best time to use your BCAAs is before a workout, during, and right after a workout, right? For optimal metabolic function there. So that's my answer about the BCAAs. And I know sometimes I might come across as like a Debbie Downer when it comes to supplements, but as you guys in CMW know, we are not in the business of selling supplements. I truly believe that food is medicine. You will eat your food as medicine, or one day you will eat your medicine as food. Right? And I really like to teach people how to eat whole foods, not rely on supplementation. Supplementation is exactly that. It's a supplement. It is not meant to take over anything. Like your body naturally produces L-Carnitine. You have amino acids in the food you're eating. So again, if you're eating a good diet, you will be just fine. If you are taking care of your body, if you're moving adequately, you're sleeping properly, you're drinking enough water, you're getting enough sunlight, you're doing all of these things to really honor your temple and fuel your engine, these supplements are not necessary. Also too, just so you guys know, your body naturally recycles 20% of the protein you consume, right? So remember, you're already having protein lining in your gut, right? So over-consuming protein is not necessary. Same thing with L-Carnitine. Your kidneys and your liver already produce that. So just take care of your body, right? And your body will take care of you. I promise you that. All right. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. Comment below with any questions that you have. And let me know what else you want to learn about. I love hopping on here and teaching, and that's a big thing we do in CMW. We are all about nutrition education. I want you guys to feel empowered. I want you to feel like you know how to make the best decisions for your body, that you're not falling for marketing gimmicks, that you're not over supplementing, you're not spending tons and tons of money on supplements that you don't need. I'm here to give it to you straight, and I'm always here to help you. All right, have an awesome Wednesday. Bye.